we're going to be doing some quilt reviews. Let's take a look and come over here to this color pop category. And again, just as a quick recap, when you're in here, if you see something you like, you're like, oh, that really stands out to me, feel free to click that upper right corner. Now, LJ, I know that you said you were on with a couple customers. Tell me, you kind of started telling me a story. Walk through that story with us on what happened and what you were doing with the customers as you were looking through the quilt site.
I was just helping a customer be able to pull up the quilt so she could go in and vote herself. And so while I was waiting, for her computer to kind of just reboot and upload, I was scrolling through, on my own screen, and I just started liking them. I was like, you know what? I really like that one. I just kept going through and going through. I was like, you know what? I think I want to go to a new category now. So I moved over to a new category, and it's kind of addicting. I just kept going through and liking things. So it's super fun. So if you haven't had a chance to look, definitely take a look, because it's super neat to see what everyone has done.
It has been quite fun to do that. Hopefully you're going to find the experience is quite nice. We've tried to make it like other applications that makes it so you can continue to kind of just move through those. And if you want to get into one, you can swipe around and kind of quickly go back. So it makes it very easy. I'm going to kind of just move through this here. And I just looked over here. I haven't really seen this. This is one that stands out to me. I just glanced at it. Let me bring this one up on the screen for everybody. This one says Rainy Night on Capitol Street. And so that's a really interesting one. And I'm not sure, LJ, if you can read that. That's really small over there for now. I'm not sure if you can. Let's see if we can help you make your screen a little bit larger there. I'm not sure, but let me bring this up full screen so that everybody can kind of see this a little bit better. Let's open this up here really quick. Yeah, go ahead and read that description for us.
Yeah. Okay. So it says, inspired by the Impressionist painting, this 24 by 36 wall hanging was designed from the original photo of our main street in downtown Charleston, West Virginia, taken in the rain. Husband Bill designed and executed the fabric choices and placement. I then completed the stitching and embellishment.
So that's just absolutely beautiful. One of the things I like again with this is if you'll see that there's just different pictures, you can get different close-ups, and I think it's really great to see part of the story. I love that. Think about this. This is somebody in the local area, and the husband helped pull some of the fabrics out and put them together. Absolutely wonderful, fun, wonderful quilt to be looking at. I always, and I kind of got into the story a little bit back when I was telling you about the quilt here that I got from my mother-in-law. Back 15 years ago, I would tell you, honestly, I did not have the appreciation for all of you quilters out there, all the time it takes, the initiatives. I have finished 8 quilts. I'll tell you, I'm not a piecer, but I have finished several. And I've done some fairly advanced things as well. I had a chance to do a fashion component for the New York Fashion Show at one time. I was asked to do something like this. So I've had some experience, but I've not done the piecing. And I'm not sure. I don't feel like I'm a puzzler. So I really admire everybody's efforts. And I know that there's some cost to that. In fact, today, LJ, the quilt behind you, what was your comment about that quilt that you were mentioning, since it was hand quilted?
Yeah, so this one is hand quilted. And so it's just really interesting to be able to see the individual stitches. And I was just thinking, I can't imagine how long it must take. You can't even see it fully, but it goes well above my head and well below what you can see here. So it's just huge. So I can't imagine the time that it must have taken to hand stitch all those stitches. So it's super neat.
And so again, I've come to admire quite a bit more of the time. And I like to say, everybody would probably understand this. It does take time. There's this love, and I would say there's this art to it. And again, I think it's great. It's an amazing community to be in as well. So it's really fun to see everybody's works. And I'm going to kind of continue to move down. Let's go ahead and pull this one up. This is a pretty bright one. Obviously, this is in the color area. Maybe this is called Barnyard Queen by Lori Lang. And LG, maybe you can go ahead and read that one for us as well.
Yeah, so they said, I made this quilt in class with Ann Shaw. The pattern is called the Barnyard Queen. The queen is pieced from freezer paper pattern, and I'm machine quilted with my walking foot.
Wonderful. That's a pretty fun one to be looking at as well, right?
It is.
All right. So here we are.
Super neat.
Take a look here as we go down. Obviously, that one looks like a stained glass. There's a fun one that's a flower. This one's an interesting one too. A lot of people, wonderful colors. A lot of these. I love the fact that I like it. This one, I love it. It's somewhere. I don't know how many quilts get used all the time. Ours are very, very lightly used, is what I would say. This one this one simple says wanted to use Valentine blocks, so that's literally what this one is. And you can see there's several different pictures showing different angles. That whole one on the quilt and on the block looks wonderful, simple and yet nice. And that one, obviously, me not doing a lot of piecing, just still has to admire all of the piecing that's included in that. Wonderful. So I'm going to keep on going down. Let's go ahead and pull up another one here. Let's see what this one has. Maybe just read briefly this one for us, LJ. This one's Rainbow Quilt by Sue Mango.
Yeah, it says all scrap fabrics in graduated colors from warm to cool.
And again, if you feel like you can, there's a lot of opportunity. You can put comments in here down on the right as well. So feel free to add your comments as you're viewing and writing and voting on some of these. I'm going to take a quick look at this one too. This one looks like a peacock. It does. Maybe read this one for us too, LJ.
Okay. It says, this quilt was made for the 2011 Joanne Quilt Your Colors Challenge. It was a finalist in a contest. All material in this quilt is from Joanne Fabrics. The design came from my imagination. Later I found folk designs of peacocks, which reminded me of my design. It was fun creating and playing with the colors of the fabrics. I used EQ program to aid in designing my quilt. It has a faced edging.
Pretty interesting. Look at all the talents. And again, everybody who submitted something, it's just wonderful to see all of the different categories, all the different quilts and all the time that has gone into some of these, whether they're small or whether they're large. I think they're all of great value to have. Let's go look at this one. This one's a little bit of an interesting one as well. Looks like there's some birds there. Maybe LJ. So let's read it. We have the intersection here by Terry Laguerre. And maybe LJ, if you can go ahead and read that one for us as well. Thanks.
Says, this pattern is by Janie Berg. I used colorful batiks quilted on Cunique 21 with the bubblegum pattern. The backing is bright yellow.
Batiks, it's a type of kind of dyed fabric in a style that you have out there. And I'm wondering, does she have a picture of the back? I'm not sure. She says bright yellow. There we are. It's a pretty one. A lot of stitching. This is a fun type of a quilt. Carla yesterday talked about doing a couple different kind of strip quiltings, and we had several customers talk about, or quilters talk about, oh, that might be a great way to do kind of a scrap quilt. This isn't one of those, but I'm looking at the quilting. The quilting was not meant to be the focus. It was all the different piecing, and then you can see there's a lot of different elements on how they've quilted over the top. And I like to bring that back because Grace Company is in the business of finishing quilts. So that's really what we're about is, hey, how can we help more quilters out there finish quilts? And so I think that's a real important thing to be able to try to help everybody do in a way. And so I think that any way you can get started, I hear that with everything. You have to get into it. I would tell you, this is a good rule of thumb. This is my key tip. And I say this because over the years, I have had customers who said, I've had my frame up, but I don't know. I'm not confident if I can use it. And the thought that I have on that is, don't put a quilt on there. First off, don't go put the quilt that you're going to love, that you're excited to give away. Don't do that. That sounds weird. Go get a piece of test fabric, something that's just a whole cloth, a sheet. Heck, go buy some bed sheets from the store that are inexpensive. Do something to try to start to play with it. It doesn't have to be fancy, but if you can try something to understand the motion, again, you've signed your name, and it doesn't have to be pretty, but if you can start looking through, and there's a whole lot of easy ways to begin quilting, that's the place to begin. Give it to your dog, give it to the cat, give it to somebody else when you're done with that. Simple. It doesn't have to be very big. Then put the quilt that you're ready to do on there. And again, there's a lot of tools. You have rulers, like Leah Day was talking about the rulers. She was doing a little bit more advanced work with that, but you can do very simple works, lasers and tracing and pantographs. And if you're getting in all the way into it, hey, you can do automation as well. But there are several ways in being able to finish your quilts. And so I wanted to do that. Let's do this really quick while we're going along. Let's give away some prizes. I talked about the quilt behind you. How is it finished? That was easy. How is it finished? How is the quilt behind LJ finished? Here we go. Let me go ahead and pull up Jerry Weathers. Jerry Weathers, congratulations. That is correct. It was hand quilted. That is how that quilt was finished. Done by my mother-in-law. Thank you, Laurel, for Laurel. So that's been wonderful. So thank you. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to move to another one here on our next one. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Lynn Simon. It was hand quilted. So Lynn Simon. And then let's go drop it for the first person.
For Jerry.
So Jerry, here we go. We're going to do
this
first
is for Jerry.
Jerry, here we go. What's for Jerry?
Here we go. The Quilter's Creative Design.
Quilter's Creative Design. This comes on a thumb drive. It's a software that lets you print any size pattern. You can design, and then you can also use them as a pantograph. That way you can use them for tracing with lasers, or behind, if you ever get a quilting system, you can also poke it with a pen and use it for pouncing and whatnot. So that's about a $350 value. So congratulations on that one,
Yes, congrats.
Jerry. And then let's go ahead and move down to Lynn. This is a drop for Lynn.
Here we go, Lynn.
Lynn, here we go.
All right, Lynn. Ooh, our 4-pack of finesse thread.
Nice. This is the finesse thread. It comes in, it's kind of what I want to call like mini cones. They're not large cones, but they actually hold 1,500 yards of thread, which is awesome. And then there's 30 solids and 30 variegated. So it gives you quite a bit of options to look through all those. We're going to not just give you the 4-pack. I'm going to give you an 8-pack. So what that is 4 solids and 4 variegateds. That's one of our most popular options that we have. In fact, if you go into part of the shop when you're looking at this, this is a great thread for those moving into wanting to quilt full quilts. Instead of having to buy 3 or 4 bundles of your 500 yards, you can come and buy one of these. And then the color selection process is really fun. You can kind of come and look at any color you choose. We actually show you the colors that are wrapped inside of there, which is really, really nice. And if I just go back to finesse thread as the category, we also have, and this is what we're going to give you. We're going to hook you up with this 8-pack here. So these are the ones that we're going to send out to you for winning that one. So that congratulations on that.
Congrats.
That's a fun one to have there. Let's do one more question. I want to do another one. Let's give away some more stuff. Like, let's keep on giving it away. That's what I want to do. Good question. I am going to bring up that has to do with the color of poppy seed. No, I'm just kidding. We're saying congratulations.
Well, maybe let's just do another simple one. I mean, it's really, it's if you've been watching, it's a really easy one. But what's the name of the new foot that we're in the process of coming out with?
That's a good one. We just did a demonstration, a sneak peek on a new foot. And what is the name of that new foot? And it's a fun foot. It's going to be great. It's going to help a lot of people that are out there. And I'm going to, well, there we go. Here we go. We got a lot of winners coming in, several coming in. It is the Wonderfoot 360.
Yes.
Now, anybody, LJ, why is it called the Wonderfoot, not necessarily the Wonderfoot, but the 360? What's the 360 part of it?
Yeah, the 360, and I don't know if you're able to have a chance to watch the video, but if not, I would recommend going back. But you'll see it actually can rotate 360 degrees, so in a circle, so it can move any way you move. So it's super neat to see.
So again, that foot can rotate. It has a bearing. It is the Wonder 360. Here we go. First one, we're going to be bringing in Amber Witt. We're going to go ahead and drop a Plinko chip in for you, the Wonderfoot 360. Give me a minute. Let me bring Plinko back up. Here's our Plinko. Let's make it our big go-to here. Give me a minute. There we are. And again, really quick, Amber, what we're going to do, and those who are looking at winning these live, make sure to email Jana@graceframe.com. Again, JANNA@graceframe.com. I just want to put that out there. All right, LJ, go ahead and drop a Plinko chip for us. Here we go. What's going to be?
Ooh, My Comfort Cutter.
My Comfort Cutter. So again, that's an ergonomic cutter that does eliminate the pressure on your wrist, in your hands, in your elbows, in your shoulders. I haven't told this story today. One, I'll bring it up. I am the inventor of that, by the way. That was brought up yesterday. It was one of the questions. It was fun. But we've had quilters tell us that they have not been able to cut because they have so much pain in their hands. And because of the design of this and its ergonomics, they've been able to get back to what they love most, which is quilting. So it's a fantastic one. We're going to go ahead and choose another Wonderfoot 360. Wonderfoot 360. And some people are very close. We have like Wonderful. It is wonderful. But
it is wonderful.
The name is Wonderfoot 360. So here we go. Here we go. We're going to do Eileen Berg. Congratulations again. Remember to email Jana, JANNA@graceframe.com. So LJ, go ahead and drop a Plinko chip for Eileen. Let's see what she's going to be winning.
Oh, I'll drop another one.
Oh, we're doubling up. This is a double win.
Oh! All right, so that is the Quilter's Creative Design and the 4-pack of finesse thread.
All right, we'll do that. There you go. You
better write it down.
LJ is double dipping on that one, so congratulations, Eileen. You're winning big with that one. So that's a fun one to have there. So that Quilter's Creative Design again allows you to on your computer, you can print out pattern designs, which are more like your quilting, just the continuous lines. You can choose how long you want those, how big or how small. So if you're using a domestic machine, you can scale those down. If you think about, if you've ever heard, if you don't know what a pantograph is, it's a paper roll that can be rolled out. And on those paper rolls, as you're doing those paper rolls, you can put them back on the back of your tip. But well, if you get a book, you have to try to scale them and size them, and then you're going to try to use the copy machine. Where are you going to find a copy machine? I don't have one at home that I'm going to use. But if that's the case, this actually, you can just size it exactly how tall you want. And when you output it on your paper, it actually can be taped. It has crop marks that allow that to be put evenly together. So you can actually size it. And it's a great software worth $350. So congratulations on that one. Let's get into doing some of our big giveaways, and then maybe what we can do is move into some quilts. But thanks everybody for joining us. Yes. Let me just do a reach out. And before I do that, let me kind of show you a couple other things that we have on the site for us. And again, this is just kind of coming back right now. I wanted to talk about briefly our vendors here just really quick. We have several vendors. I'm going to ask and encourage you to go see what these vendors have, see what they have as far as promotions and what they're offering you as special coupons. We have asked all of them to do something exclusive for Spring Fling for you. So they have coupons and special things that are available for you exclusively. The other thing that we haven't really talked about at all is what are the sales. We do have a lot of sales going on. Reach out to your local dealer. We're going to ask you, contact a dealer, find out they're going to have, if they carry the Grace products, they can get you any one of the Grace products. If they carry the Unique machines, several of them also carry the Finesse thread and they carry True Cut. Reach out to your local dealer to find that out. There are a lot of amazing sales right now. This Cutie tabletop, we do have a section later today on this one. We're going to be talking in detail about some of the details. On sale for $689. That's an amazing price. Works with what you can start with your domestic machine. By the way, you can get it in a combo with the 15. You can get it in a combo with the 19-inch machine. Does not require you having to have a fixed place for it. It can be easily stowed. So we're also at this point with all the machines. So the 15s, the 19s, the 21s, 21 Pros. We're including this special free accessory kit with all those machines. So we're including the ruler foot kit. There's a 3-foot kit that has a ruler foot, what we call a micro stippling foot, and an open toe foot. We're also including the ruler base. We're including a set of bobbins, a pack of bobbins, needles, an extra pack of needles, and then 3 Leah Day rulers. In fact, she went through and she did a demonstration today with one of these rulers. So we're including those 3 with any purchase of the machine. Again, that's the same thing. You can talk to any of your dealers. This will be honored with all of the dealers out there as well. So reach out to your dealers. The 21 machine is on sale. So all of our machines are on sale. This is our professional series machine. So we have 2 at the top end here. They do work on the Continuum 2 frame. You'll see we've got those at with the machines at $73.99. You can add a frame of choice to them. Then you would have your frame, your 19 machine on sale. Again, this is the price for the machine, and then you can add a frame to those, and they come with that free accessory pack. The 15s are on sale. I love this price. I'm going to just show you down here at the bottom. I'm going to kind of highlight this piece. $31.99. You can get into a 15-inch mid-arm machine for $3,200. Again, you'd have to choose your frame with that, but that's just a great thing. So I just wanted to quickly walk through that with you as well. Outside of that, again, with your own board, know that when you're in your board, that we're putting out several different announcements. So you can see on me, I haven't gone through all these. I'm just saying that I have 10 new announcements. That's for the event here. We got a couple from today, a couple from yesterday, but we are trying to use this to help keep you better informed. And then the other question that has come up, and I'm going to bring this up, is, well, where do I find the coupons? We have also exclusive coupons for this event for a few things. Some of those fall into the Grace category. Feet, ruler bases on their own. So like if you already have a machine, now's a great time to get an accessory to add to that. And down below it, we also have a lot of the True Cut on sale. So yesterday, Mark did a presentation on the Master Cutting Collection, and he talked about several of the different tools. And for, so that what you're going to find is you can go to that place and you can see that there are specials and promotions on the True Cut as well. So let's go back. What I'm going to look at now is I wanted to bring this up. This is the first gift I want to give away, LJ.
Okay.
Now this isn't on the board. This is kind of a combo. This is the 45mm comfort cutter. This is our 6.5 by 24.5 ruler. We're good. We already have all this. So
taking notes.
She's wanting to take notes. I already have all this. In fact, I'm going to bring the winners up on screen. So again, thanks for everybody who's joining us. We appreciate your willingness to be with us here on this Saturday. I'm hoping that you're finding your Saturdays nice and well, and I'm hoping you're in a good position and that you're doing well also. So thanks for being with us. This one includes non-slip pads for the ruler, so that keeps that ruler from slipping. We're also including our True Cut 2, our True Sharp 2, which is our electric rotary blade sharper. So this is just under $150 value. we're going to go ahead and give this one. We do have the winner, so we're going to be reaching out to the lucky winner on this one, and we'll get a way to get this delivered to you. But this is the first one. So without ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring up, who is it? Who is the winner? Oh, and the winner is, there we go, Alyssa Pace.
Woo!
So congratulations, Alyssa, on this. So this is a fantastic win. Again, two of our most populars. This quilters combo is the ruler, the 45 My Comfort Cutter, and the True Grips. We sell oodles of those. When people decide that they're really looking to solve their bigger challenges with issues in their wrist and the pain in their arm, they get this combo. It helps create straighter cuts, so they're more accurate. It makes it cutting easier because the way it rests in the palm of your hand, it takes less effort. And it means because you've got this accuracy and this ease, it also presents safety. So it's an increase in the safety that you're going to have. Yesterday I was talking, what happens when your blade starts to get dull and then you don't change it and your blade gets duller and you don't change it, right? And your blade gets duller and you don't change it, and that's dangerous. And we had some stories come up online. Yeah, that's where you end up cutting yourself, you damage your products, you damage your mats. This also comes with that electric sharpener. So it does sharpen the 28, the 45, and the 60 millimeter. Most all those blades and those brands out there. You no longer have to cut with the dull blade. You could always cut with a sharp blade. So that's a fun thing. So congratulations, Alyssa Pace, on this one. All right, next what we have up is we have the 5-foot light bar. So this is our next one that we have as our 5-foot light bar we're going to give away. This has low wattage, low heat LED true light bulbs in them. So LED true light bulbs. And that means that the color correctness is like the sun. So when you're looking at your fabrics and you have it over your workstation, it's bringing some of the outside light into your home. And so they work fantastic. This is a $450 value. It does come on casters, so it can be moved around. A lot of our customers, a lot of people that buy this also like to use it over your cutting station. They might wheel it over your sewing station. If you have a bigger frame, great. We have a coupon. You can buy up to a 12-foot version of this too to go around your quilting frame. In fact, I think Jan George, I was watching, and she had this over her frame in her room as well. So again, this is what we're going to be giving away next. And the lucky winner of this luminous light bar is going to be, there we go, Molly Dickinson. Congratulations, Molly, on the 5-foot luminous bar. Again, I'll throw this out for all those that decide, hey, I'm looking at picking up a machine or a frame combo or a frame. The luminous is a great accessory. I'm here in our room that we're in now, and there's always a light in the middle, right, LJ?
Yep.
And if the light's in the middle and you put your sewing table against the wall, then you got a shadow. So this means you don't have to have lighting in the middle. You can bring it out over your work surface. And I was teasing here the other day when I was talking to a couple closers. I'm like, well, yeah, I've got my sewing system's by my window. I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. I said, oh, so what do you do at night? Like it's the sun goes down, and do you have so well, no, not really. So that's a great place to get this luminous light bar. So congratulations again, Molly Dickinson, on this. All right, our last one that we're going to be giving away, I'm going to talk about this one just briefly, is our Q-Zone hoop frame. So yesterday and the day before, we gave away our Cutie frame. This is kind of the big brother or the big sister. This is 2 steps up. So this is a permanent frame. It has legs. It is 4.5 feet wide. This one comes with a few extra accessories that the other frames don't come with. So it's normally $1,889.95. This one includes what we call the table inserts. So this one has a white surface that you can use for pantographs and tracing in the back. Usually that's an additional accessory. This frame also comes with our special hooping leader cloth. And so we have a custom set of leader cloth for the hoop frames. This frame, it is included with the system. It also has what we call our dual track system. The dual track system is what we have and what we brought down from our professional Continuum 2 frame. So this one actually has the track and the carriage system of our higher end professional long arm frame in the hoop form. And then it comes with a leader cloth. It also comes with those table inserts. And it's great because you're going to be able to put this in that 4.5 foot of space. I'm just going to kind of scroll back up here. Don't get too dizzy here. I'm going to show you a little bit. So there's the adjustable depth. So you can change different size machines. So if you start domestic, great, but this will hold up to the 19-inch machine as well. So this is really a fantastic. In fact, when we have people call in, we have so many people that call in and they're interested in learning a little bit more about the Cutie frame. And if you're ready for a permanent frame, the move to either what we call the Q Zone hoop frame or the Q Zone Hoop Frame Pro, which is this version. So we have seen in the last year that there's been several people when they've called in, they're kind of moving to this frame if they really have the dedicated space, because it's bringing some of that professional system back into this one. It also comes with those accessories, so there's not a secondary purchase required. And so it really helps build out a very, very strong beginning system. So this is what we are giving away. So I'm really excited to give this one away, LJ, and this is a special one.
All right.
I'm getting ready for this. It's pretty exciting.
So it is exciting.
Who's going to be?
Woo!
There we go. Dolores.
Woo!
Congratulations, Dolores. Yes. So you are the lucky winner of our Q Zone Hoop Frame Pro. And we'll be reaching out to you again to get some additional details. But we wanted to say congratulations and thank you for submitting and becoming part of this process. As we continue to move forward, I want to encourage everybody out there again to know that continue to look and participate in the quilts, continue to look and participate with the education. Today we have several things still going on. I was going to go ahead and kind of come back quickly to the quilt event so that I can talk to you briefly about what we have. We just are finishing part of the live giveaway section right now. And then what we're going to be doing is we're just about ready to start with Carla, and she's going to talk about some free motion fundamentals. When Carla's done, I'm going to come back and I'm going to talk about some details. I have the carriage and I have a couple other parts of the cutie frame and I have part of a video. We're going to watch LJ. Carla's going to walk through a process and talk and teach LJ several things about how to engage with this frame. And then I'm going to open up the floor to some additional questions with that. So again, thank you everybody for coming back and being with us and enjoying part of what we've had as part of the giveaway. I am going to go ahead and we're going to say, well, what other questions, LJ? Tell me a little bit about what you thought about with some of the things that we've just given away and what that might mean for some of those quilters out there.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying congrats to everybody because it's super fun. Even we have the opportunity, to see these get given away and see what, people have the opportunity to potentially win. And we're on our team, we're like, can I enter? Do you think I can enter? Can I win that? And so do enter, again, go vote for those quilts. We're still doing that. So again, go take a look, have some awesome prizes. So definitely keep looking at them.
And again, any questions that you might have as we move through part of this, please make sure to post those. We're trying to get to most of those. And I know there's a lot of comments that are going through, but we're wanting to be able to do so and answer your questions. And then we're also live at graceframe.com. So if you want to visit www.graceframe.com, with this, you're going to be able to find that we have live chat there, which is different really than the streaming pieces. And then I'm going to encourage you to reach back out and look at your coupons. We sent through a text message for those that have been with us from the text messaging standpoint, so that's easy access to some of those. But again, I just want to kind of keep your mind attached in contact with those options that you're also going to have. But graceframe.com. When it comes Monday, feel free to call us. LJ might be a person.
Yes.
LJ might be a person that picks up the phone. So LJ, thanks for being with us again today. But that would be 1-800-264-0644 would be what we're looking to do on that one. So feel free to call, give us a chat. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to queue up Carla. I'm excited to see what she has to teach us today about a couple key things. And while we're doing that, maybe LJ, why don't you tell me one of your customer stories that's happened this last week regarding the event when they've called in. I don't know what that is, but why don't you go ahead and share it with us?
Yeah, so I'll just share one. It was just somebody who was, I guess it was actually last week. So it was when we were still trying to, register before we actually started this event. But it was just a little bit about, it was actually really interesting because I was able to have the opportunity to talk with them. And I actually got a little bit of a background on some of their quilts. So we do have the space in there for you guys to go put a description of the quilts. But it was really neat to kind of hear how they came up with the design of their quilts. And it was a pretty long story, but it was super neat to hear. And like Nathan had said earlier, I don't think I understood what went into a quilt until more recently. So I love being able to hear your guys' stories of what inspired you to come up with your designs or, why you decided to do a quilt this way. So I love being able to hear it. And so it was super neat to hear this one person's story in particular with how they came up with their quilt design.